The 21st century has been a haze of technological advances moving at such a rapid rate that phone and internet addiction are now the norm, not the exception. With people checking their devices 220 times a day on average. I'm surprised anyone gets any bloody work done at all. So, if you actually want to get some work done, write that book, album, or that manifesto on ushering in utopia that you've always wanted to write, then you are going to want to know all about a little known superpower called deep work. A concept brought to light by Cal Newport. In the age of mass distraction, deep work is a 21st century superpower. Let me tell you how and why to get it. The problem. If you want to know how our devices have flipped our attention spans, see my last video. Our natural evolution takes thousands of years to adapt to something. Like Europeans being able to drink cow's milk and Asian countries unable to. This is 10,000 years of evolution. We've had just 20 years or so to adapt to our new technological devices. And we don't even know if they're safe or not. That's why I never try and hold the phone next to my ear while I'm making a call. You might be thinking that's a bit tinfoil hatty of you. You might bloody think that, but I won't be the one with a second brain growing out my left ear. For the majority of people, they are checking their phones 220 times a day because it gives us a fuck off buzz when the phone does buzz. We think, ooh, look at me getting all these messages. Most people spend their current lives so distracted by these glitzy devices, they're not getting any real bloody work done whatsoever. It's about as productive as a panda, trying to stop its entire species from being wiped out because the new girl panda is not his type. What is the antidote to this? Deep work. Deep work versus the shallows. There's two modes of work, deep work and shallow work. Most people try and flip between the two, writing a project but with their emails open, which they will reply to on the fly. Let me explain why this is worse than deep frying a wet sausage with no clothes on. Doing deep work has also been shown to multiply your output by 2 times, 4 times, or even more, and is shown to make people happier and more accomplished. Why? Because you're getting real shit done. I don't know what you're working on, writing a book, a project, dissertation, or whatever, right? Deep work is valuable and it's more rare than an American YouTuber with a short intro. Guys, don't forget to check out my Patreon in the link below. It enables you to create more of what matters. For me, that's videos with short intros. When you're a creative, it's very frustrating because making these videos is very hard work. I have to sit down with a blank screen and come up with stuff. I mean, it just so happens I'm an intellectual undiscovered genius, you know. Well, you know, don't you? You can see it. Addictive apps make the deep work even harder to get my genius work done. I could go into all the examples of deep concentrated work and how it's the only thing that allowed great work to be produced throughout history. But if you want all that, then go and get the book. But you won't, will ya? Busyness. Before I go into the secret 7 steps to superpowering through your work 4 times as fast, one last thing. Are you busy or just busy? People love bagging on about how busy they are. This does my head in. Because it isn't real. It's called busyness. They might feel very busy, but in actual fact, they're not getting a lot of actual work done. They're getting shallow work done. People are letting themselves drown in shallow work. Come to the deep end. Replying to emails, Zoom calls, messages, and all of that low-hanging fruit is not real work. It's busy work. It makes you feel busy. And there's the difference. Deep work is real work. It's the hard shit, the writing, the producing original content. Coming up with ideas is not deep work because it's pretty easy. Like the age-old saying, ideas are cheap. 7 steps to gain your new superpower. Number 1, schedule your entire week ahead. This is super important. Number 1. You don't want to wander through the day thinking what to do next. Because making decisions costs brain power. And with a tiny brain like yours, you need all the room you can muster. Write down what you need to do in a list, then delegate it to days of the week. So you know by the end of the week, you'll have all that lovely stuff done. If you bloody do it, that is. Number 2, don't multitask. Multitasking is a myth. Sorry women. Changing from one task to another has a noticeable cost in time and comes with a high cognitive cost. When you just reply to that email, it completely buggers the bank of short-term memory that your brain can handle. Just do one thing and one bloody thing only. Number 3, ritualize. The more you can go onto autopilot for all the mundane tasks. Cooking, eating, hygiene, relaxing, choosing what bloody box set on Netflix to watch next. The more focus you'll be able to maintain. All the things that crop up and try and rob you of your attention. I need to do this or that. Write it down in a list, in a book, and save it for admin day. My admin day is Wednesdays and or Sundays. Or just hire a PA and get them to do it all. Number 4. 4 hours work a day. But I don't have time to do deep work. I must be constantly connected. Well, fuck off then. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people who actually want to do work. Make, invent great stuff. Books, art, music, videos, work, inventions, whatever. It doesn't mean that you need to work all day. In fact, the opposite is true. Because 4 hours is just about the maximum the human brain can work. Unless you're a sodding god. Oh, and work on one project only for those 4 hours. Don't flip between projects. Number 5. Message notifications, telephones. Shut everything down. Turn all notifications off while working. You're not the Wolf of Wall Street. You don't need to constantly know what's going on. Just put your phone into airplane mode while you're working. Because when it buzzes while you're working, you can't resist looking at it, can you? Number 6. Quit social media. But you won't, will you? If you can't quit it, at least find a way to minimise it in your life. What does it add to your life anyway? Oh my god, you're so informed. Here's £1 million. Number 7. Disconnect from work. Once you've hit 4 hours or so of deep work, stop. Reward yourself. You've just done something that 95% of people can't do in this age of mass distraction. You've sat down and created worthy work that could propel you forwards. Because if you've made it to the end of this video, you now probably have a greater attention span than 99% of the general public. Thus, I think you can go and do some great things.